After a whole year, I finally finished my book. This was a workshop by Kelli May-Krenz called Slow Stitching, and she had us make these patches, like here's a patch, and here's a patch, and here's a patch. And we did what's called slow stitching, all of this detail in the pieces, and make a book of it. So it was a lot of work, but I loved every minute of it. Um, there's a couple of things I want to point out on this page, which is the cover. These beads here and here. A friend of mine went to Africa more than 20 years ago and had her hair braided, and she gave me those beads. And I wanted to incorporate them some way in this book. The bottom of this says, think lovely thoughts, and that's kind of what is in the book. So, here's a close-up of a lot of the pieces. So one of the things that I like to do is collect fabric that kind of has an African theme. Some of it may not be, but a lot of it is. Anyway, I wanted to incorporate it in this book, so that's how this big piece got put on. And I love just adding a little bit of extra fabric and thread to that. That was embroidery thread. So there's a button I got and another button I found. When you open it up, it's got this big, colorful African print of these ladies. I love this fabric, and unfortunately, I've used it all up. This little quilted piece, a friend of mine in Minnesota made on a card and gave to me. I thought it was perfect to go in this album. I've been saving it. More fabric. We did these little circles in the workshop. This cute little house. I may embellish it at some point a little more. Just stuff that I like. Paper that I painted. All of the paper in here I previously painted. This little bird is embellished with beads and stitching. And this came off of a rug. We bought the chenille rug, and I think of it as, the worm's behind you, get the worm. Okay, silliness, but yeah. More painted papers. I had painted this, I don't know, a while ago. I just liked it. This is fabric from our old kitchen chairs. And this pen a friend gave me. I think it says, help me. Yeah, I need help sometimes. But she wanted me to put it in this book. This heart is stitched. See this part right here and right here? I have a friend whose mom said, oh, I did embroidery a long time ago. And so I gave her this heart to stitch, and she gave it back and said, okay, I'm done, after she had done just this little part. But I love that, and I'm always going to remember that she put her stitching on this piece. This one, various laces, another image that I found, and kids that I found. I love looking for fabric that has an ethnic feel. Oh, look at this one. Yeah, I stitched in here. Trust. That fabric, I think, has an African feel to me. I love flowers in the spring, birds, bees, butterflies, all of those things. And this little page just had all that on there. I did a lot of extra stitching on this page. These are papers and fabrics and just different things. I added a lot of little stitching to the pages, even on the side here, just for the fun of it. Here's another piece. My friend brought me back from India, and it reminded me of little flowers, so these are kind of the stems. I have a lot of washi tape, and I just made a page of different washi tapes and stuck it in here because why not? A friend gave me this piece. I wish I could say that I made it, but I did not. I was at a art retreat a long time ago, and I saw a woman who said she made this on her embroidery machine, and she gave it to me. Don't remember her name, but I've kept it, and now it's in this book. More painted papers, kente cloth fabric. This is a card I made on painted papers, and this is a die cut. More of those circles and painted paper, stitched. More stitching. Look at this little guy that I stitched on. And this was a shower curtain. It was so pretty, couldn't throw it away when we were finished using it. Again, more stitching on this guy. And more painted paper. And this was a stamp. I wanted to try this. I stamped her and then did some stitching. Thought it turned out pretty good. This is the fabric that we decorated with in our old house. More lace and painted paper. This came off of one of Mom's outfits. I thought it was so pretty. Couldn't throw it away. And I love this edging, which is off of one of Mom's old tablecloths. I don't throw anything away. And this is just pretty, with a little hidden pocket in here where I put a little bead in there. Can't get it out, but there are a couple of more of those African beads in there on painted paper. And then finally the back cover. I stitched this tree, and then I put all of these leaves on here. I love how it just glitters and moves when you move the book. So there it is. I love making this. It is probably one of the most favorite things that I've ever made. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.